I will occasionally come up with a video source for something or another and plague you guys with it. So this one is an important piece about Diego Rivera and his scaling of artwork for a mural that he produced in the Detroit Institute of Arts. So have a look. As an introduction to the topic of why the ability to use an architect scale is so important, I'm offering the following illustrative example. Diego Rivera was a prominent Mexican painter. As a historical note, he was also married for a time to Frida Kahlo. He was 42, she was 22. Their mutual infidelities and his violent temper resulted in their divorce in 1939. But they remarried in 1940. Rivera came to my attention because he was responsible for this huge mural in the Detroit Institute of Arts. As a young undergraduate design student, I had classes in the basement of the DIA and would pass by this mural every day. And many days I stood for what seemed like hours in front of it. Having been fascinated with them in my 20s, I was fortunate enough to have found this article concerning the murals, which is the basis of this video. The video that you're now watching had various interactive panels attached to the article that allowed you to move a divider back and forth over the sketches that Rivera had made for the project while comparing the finished mural superimposed over it. I want you to remember and perhaps come back to this video when we begin talking about the importance of scaling artwork. This mural was created between 1932 and 1933 and consists of 27 fresco panels entitled Detroit Industry on the walls of the inner court inside the main entrance to the DIA. It depicts the industry at the Ford Motor Company in Detroit. Together they surround the interior Rivera Court. It's notable that these murals were considered by Rivera to be his most successful work. The two main panels on the north and the south walls depict laborers working at Ford Motor Company's River Rouge plant. Other panels depict advances made in various scientific fields such as medicine and new technology. This was because the Commission wanted Rivera to incorporate elements representing all of industry in Detroit, not just the dominant automobile industry. The series of murals taken as a whole express the idea that all actions and ideas are one. Under the Commission's agreement terms, the DIA was expected to pay all expenses towards the materials, while Rivera was expected to pay for his assistance from his artist's fee. At the time, materials for such frescoes were incredibly expensive. The accompanying silent film attached to this module shows Rivera working on the frescoes. Make note of the scaffolding. The ceilings of the Rivera Court in the DIA are very high, and these frescoes are huge. Many of the panels are 40 to 50 feet above the court. These two murals are considered the climax to the narrative that Rivera depicted in the total 27 panels. The north wall puts the workers at the center and depicts the manufacturing process of Ford's famous 1932 V8 engine. The mural also explores the relationship between man and the machine. In an age of mechanical production, the boundary between man and the machine was a commonly explored theme. While machines were made to imitate the abilities of man and men, had to respond to the machines, workers and leaders were concerned about the ethical rights for the working class majority. Rivera also incorporated such elements as images of a blast furnace that made iron ore, foundries making molds for parts, conveyor belts carrying the cast parts, machining operations, and inspections. Rivera depicted the entire manufacturing process on the large north side mural. On the right and left sides, he portrayed the chemical industry, juxtaposing scientists producing poison gas for warfare and scientists who are producing vaccines for medical purposes. On the opposite side of the north wall, Rivera depicts the manufacturing process of the exterior automobile parts, focusing on technology as an important quality of the future. He allegorizes the concept through one of the huge parts pressing machines depicted in the mural. The machine is meant to symbolize the creation story of a Mexican goddess. And since I can't justify butchering the pronunciation of her name, here is the expert.
Coatlicue.
In closing, on the 23rd of April, 2014, the Detroit Industry Murals were designated by the Department of the Interior as a National Historic Landmark.